Welcome to the session on Hoplobatrachus diagnosis. This presentation brings to you the detail on urinogenital system. Urinogenital system, it includes both the excretory system as well as the reproductive system. When we speak about the excretory system, the excretory organs of frog include a pair of mesonephric kidneys, and it is located on either side of the last vertebrae. The last vertebrae is otherwise known as urostyle, and the kidneys are placed on either side of the urostyle. Okay, and you can see this is the kidney. This is actually the male urinogenital system, and this represents the female urinogenital system. And you can see the kidney is elongated, right? And from the outer margin of each of the kidney arises, you can see here, from the outer margin of each of the kidney arises the ureter, and it leads, actually it is the excretory duct, and it passes posteriorward and opens into cloaca. Here you can see the ureter opens into cloaca, the urinary bladder. This is a urinary bladder. It also opens into cloaca. Now, lying attached to the ventral surface of each kidney, it is the adrenal gland. Okay. So now when we speak about the structure of kidney, it is a compound tubular gland, and it is formed of numerous coiled tubules known as uriniferous tubules. Okay. So these are the coiled tubules, and these tubules are referred as the uriniferous tubules, and or otherwise it can be referred as nephrons. So it will be easier for you to understand and compare with what you have already learned in the case of humans. Now, terminally, all the what you call uriniferous tubules open to a second set of transverse tubules called transverse collecting tubule. Okay, so here you can see this is the here it starts. Okay, this is the Malpighian body. Here it is the filtration of the what you call waste materials, okay, is done, and then it is directed through these uriniferous tubules, and then it opens into the transverse. Here this is the transverse collecting tubule. Okay, the transverse collecting tubule in turn join together and form the urinary duct, right? Urinary duct, or what is referred as a ureter, right? So we can see that there are numerous nephrons or the uriniferous tubules, and these uriniferous tubules, it opens into the transverse collecting tubule. The transverse collecting tubules in turn join together to form the ureter or the urinary duct. Okay. Now, lying near the margin of the kidney is, you can see here, it is the Bidder's canal. The Bidder's canal is connected to the urinary duct by the transverse collecting duct. Okay, so this is the ureter here. Okay, the Bidder's canal, it is connected to the ureter via the transverse collecting duct. Okay, now the uriniferous tubules are long and coiled and have two parts, as we have already seen here. As you can see here, it is the Malpighian capsule or Malpighian body, and the distal tubular portion of the urinary tubule. Okay, so this is the urinary tubule, and this is the Malpighian body. These two together form the uriniferous tubules. Okay. The Malpighian body in turn do have two parts, the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus is the part over here, and this one is the Bowman's capsule. Okay, glomerulus, it is formed of blood vessels, branched blood vessels. It's a vascular network, and Bowman's capsule is actually a double-walled cup-like structure that encloses the glomerulus. I hope it is clear. Okay, so it will be like a cup-shaped structure, somewhat like this. Okay, so this one will be the Bowman's capsule here, right? And it will enclose the what you call branched capillary network. Okay, it will be branched, and here what happens is the waste materials from the blood, it is being filtered out into the Bowman's capsule. Okay. I hope it is clear. Okay. So this is actually the blood vessel. Here it branches out and then joins together and forms it once again complete intact. Now this one is the Bowman's capsule over here. Okay, 1 minute. Right. So this is the Bowman's capsule over here, and this is the glomerulus. The waste materials or those substances which are not required and which gets filtered, it will move into the Bowman's capsule. Okay. So from the Bowman's capsule, it moves through these tubule and it enters the transverse tubule. Transverse tubule collects these materials, urine actually, from all the uriniferous tubules and pass it on into the ureter. Okay, this is how it happens. I hope that is clear. Okay, now if we see the reproductive system, the male reproductive system, it is composed of a pair of testes. Here you can see the testis is attached to the okay. This is a kidney, and you can see this is the testis attached to it. Okay. Each testis is attached to the anterior ventral side of the kidney by a fold of membrane peritoneum known as meson. Attached to the anterior edge of each testis is a fat body. This is the fat body, and here you can see this one is known as the corpus adiposa. Okay, adipose tissue, I hope you have studied earlier, and this is corpus adiposa. It contains rich storage of fat. The testis is composed of tubular gland and formed of numerous glandular tubules called seminiferous tubules. Here you can see the testis is formed of numerous seminiferous tubules. Okay, it is in the seminiferous tubules the sperms are produced, and from the inner margin of each testis arises minute ducts known as vasa efferentia. Here you can see the vasa efferentia emerging out from the testis. It is from the inner side of the testis, the vasa efferentia emerges out. And vasa efferentia, like seminiferous tubules, opens into the vasa efferentia. So sperms produced in the seminiferous tubules, it moves down into the vasa efferentia. These vasa efferentia, it enters the kidney and opens to Bidder's canal. I hope you remember the Bidder's canal here. So the here it is the testis, this is the vasa efferentia, and it opens into the Bidder's canal. Bidder's canal is connected to the ureter through the transverse collecting tubule. Okay, so vasa efferentia, it enters the kidney and opens to the Bidder's canal. The sperms produced in the seminiferous tubule passes through the vasa efferentia, enters the Bidder's canal of the kidney, and from there they pass into the ureter, and through the ureter it reaches the cloaca. So that's in male frog, urinary duct serves as that is ureter acts as a renal duct as well as a genital duct. Okay, and hence it is known as a urinogenital duct of the ureter. Okay, so here you can see it acts both as the duct for transmitting sperms as well as the urine. So it is known as a urinogenital duct. Fine. Now in the case of female reproductive system,